Oh, hi. Welcome to Andrea in Orlando. I'm your host, yours truly, Andrea, and I'm in Orlando. You just caught me enjoying a tasty adult beverage called Coquito. That's very popular here in Orlando, but the reason that I'm actually able to enjoy that today, December 5th, and this is today in history, is because today in history in 1933, the US put an end to prohibition. And I have a suspicion at the end of Prohibition that night everybody was drinking some bottomless coquitos, margaritas, champagnes, you name it. Probably whiskey and just like the hard stuff. Because I think people were probably in the mood to just kind of get messed up that night. But that happened in 1933. Skipping ahead a little bit, something mysterious happened in 1945. You ever wonder about the Bermuda Triangle? The Bermuda shorts? Okay. I wonder about the Bermuda Triangle. There are a couple spots on Earth. There's another one called the Bimini Road. That it's like these stones that kind of go off into the ocean, into who knows where. We don't know how they got there, when they got there, what the story is about them. Things disappear, things go awry, but per the Bermuda Triangle, particularly, a lot of things just disappear. Planes, ships, small planes, small boats, it doesn't matter. I mean, everything from huge ocean liners to Navy bombers have just completely gone rogue, gone missing. There are so many theories surrounding the Bermuda Triangle that maybe there's some type of like Kraken type of a thing, or there's something going on with like the nautical compasses that make it so the navigational equipment doesn't work. Not really sure. I don't know. I don't want to end up disappearing there unless it goes to this like alternate universe and you get to live forever or something. Whatever, who knows? But in 1945, 5 US bombers just straight up disappeared. So I don't know, maybe they'd partied too much in 1933. Who knows? But that happened. So skipping ahead though, in 2013, now I mentioned this, we kind of do the time warp again, we skip a bit, because he was age 95. Nelson Mandela, a civil rights, I mean, leader, just you can't even imagine the things that he endured to end apartheid in South Africa. Nelson Mandela, incredible human being. He was laid to rest. He did pass away on December 5th in 2013 at age 95. We skip back a bit. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Well, maybe he didn't go through the Bermuda Triangle or we wouldn't be hearing about it. Who knows? He was the first European, which isn't even really accurate. It was, uh, there were already thousands of people living here, okay? But whatever. There was Leif Erikson, who was a Norwegian, Viking explorer, whatever, several hundred years prior to Columbus, but whatever. You stick your flag in it. I claim this for Spain. It's a terrible Spanish accent. But anyway, Columbus, December 5th, 1492, did make groundfall or landfall in the US or North America. All right. 1984, because I'm a cinephile, I love my movies. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie Murphy. Beverly Hills Cop premiered 1984. Do you remember where you were? I don't. But I do remember winning a hula hoop contest when I was like 7. And the song that was playing was the theme song to Beverly Hills Cop. So that did happen. Okay, I'm proud of myself. In 1955, so if we go back a little bit, we talked about Nelson Mandela, and he passed away in 2013. But another civil rights leader who accidentally became an icon for the civil rights movement in the United States, Mamselle Rosa Parks. She said, "No, I'm not getting up. Nope, I'm not going to get to the back of the bus. Once you get to the back of the bus." And it began the Alabama bus boycott. in 1955. So thank you, Rosa, for not taking that stand, for making sure that, your voice was heard. And you know what? I kind of think that maybe just Homegirl was tired. Think about it. She's working hard. She's trying to raise a family. She's taking the bus to get home, and got to get to the back of the bus. No, you know what? Not today, and I'm not the one, and today is not the day. So good job, Rosa. I salute you. I applaud you, and that happened in 1955. Okay. I also want to give some birthday shout outs, right? So General Custer, Custer's last stand. Yeah, it was his last stand because it's a disaster. It was a complete disaster. But Custer was born in, oh my goodness, let me see. He was in Ohio in 1839. So happy birthday posthumously to General Custer. You know, you tried, boy. You tried, but your efforts were twisted, and you didn't do the best job ever, but it happened. So moving on, you were born, you lived, you made your mark. People remember you. So 1839, though, he was born. Also in 1901, because I'm Andrea in Orlando, happy birthday to Walt Disney, the man, the myth, the legend, creator of Mickey 2 the Mouse. The man himself was born in 1901 in Chicago, so happy birthday to him. Let me see. Tutti frutti, all rooty. Okay, that was terrible, and that's the end of my Little Richard impersonation. But happy birthday to Little Richard. He was born in 1932 in Macon, Georgia. There are a couple other birthday shout outs to some, I don't know, living legends, but they're definitely famous. Shalom Harlem, Shabbat Shalom. Happy birthday to you. You guys might remember her as one of those famous, 90s supermodels. She was up there with Cindy Crawford and, Giselle. Well, I think Giselle came a little bit later, all that drama, right, with her husband and his little mess that he made in Florida man. Just because you come to Florida, you don't have to become a Florida man and mess up your marriage with an extraordinarily beautiful woman like Giselle. Like, what were you thinking? But anyway, Shalom Harlow, who is gorgeous, okay? Huge icon in that 90s, the era of the supermodel. She was born. Let me see. Who else do I want to give birthday shout outs to? Margaret Cho. Margaret Cho is an Asian American comedian. She's still active. She might be coming to a town near you. And by the way, Sleepy Hollow, because we just passed Halloween and all of that. I love that movie with Johnny Depp, Sleepy Hollow. Remember that with Christina Ricci? Well, do you remember? I don't even think she said a word, but she was this devastatingly beautiful actress who played Johnny Depp's mom. Well, her name is Lisa Marie. And I've talked about this in some other videos. Tim Burton has a habit of, I guess, dating his leading ladies, including Monica Bellucci, who was just in the new Beetlejuice film, Helena Bonham Carter, who's been in a ton of his movies. Of course, remember her from Fight Club. Well, they were married for a long time. But before Monica, before Helena, there was a Lisa Marie and a Tim Burton. So she was the mom of Johnny Depp in Sleepy Hollow. But you guys also remember a little movie? My youngest son loves this. Ack, 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 ack. You guys remember that? Jack Black was in the film. Let me see. And I think, was it Christina? I think it was Christina Applegate who actually played Jack Black's girlfriend. The movie's hilarious. Jack Nicholson was in it, but Lisa Marie played the alien, or one of the aliens, in Mars Attacks. Just a little spoof film. Glenn Close was in it as Jack Nicholson's wife. It's like the first lady, because Jack Nicholson was the president, and we were being attacked by Martians, hence the name Mars Attacks, right? So Lisa Marie was the gum chewing beauty who seduced her way with Martin Short into the White House in order to wreak havoc and kill Jack Nicholson. And Glenn Close because they're being attacked by aliens. But that was Lisa Marie. Again, silent character, just like she was in Sleepy Hollow. But today's her birthday. So happy birthday, you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, yada, 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 yada. Help me make those bells ring. Okay. And from Andrea in Orlando, cheers to you. Ending of Prohibition. Thank you so much for doing that for us. I'm going to enjoy this coquito, and I'll see you soon.